Yo, what is up guys, it's me Eve again here playing Tokyo Ghoul Break the Chains. In today's video we're gonna take a look at the teams that are currently meta, as well as I'm gonna show you, for those who are new to the Tokyo Ghoul game, especially for those who are on the Tokyo Ghoul Awakening side, I'm gonna show you some teams that are very popular right now, as well as there's options for the budget version of those teams, like for example more of a free-to-play friendly, and as well as the whales options, as well as like the options that are meta. So we're gonna start here with the Antu meta team. So this is the current meta for Antu. Obviously backup for Ryoko. It could be exchangeable for Rangy, doesn't really matter. Both of them are great for the Antu. It's just the Ryoko is more popular with the whales, on the whale side, because Ryoko is really good on very high investments. She really needs you to have a big amount of investment, and then she could be considerably better than Rangy as well as she's used a lot in, for example, some PvE content, because she makes your character survive much longer than Rangy. Rangy is more of a, like, it helps you do more attack, and Ryoko helps you have more defense in that sense. So this is not, I would say this is the most expensive as you can get into Antu, because again you have one carnival unit right now. You also have the God Cell all, because if you don't have a God Cell on all, again he is useless. He's mid at best if you don't have the God Cell. He needs a very high investments to be good. Otherwise there's just no use for him whatsoever. So this is how it's looking. Obviously the green Toka and Team Hina are the pinnacles of the Antu right now. You can't really exchange them for anyone else. Other units are kind of possibly exchangeable. Again, I'm going to show you some teams later on, and I'm going to tell you the alternative that you have as well, but these two are must have right now. Like, other than these two you can't exchange anyone in that takeover. Like, you can't exchange these two, they're just must have. If you don't have these two, Antu is not possible to be built. Again, I'm telling this mostly for those who are on Tokyo Ghoul Awakening side, because they're like, oh, I get a lot of questions about should I go for all or not, because again they see that all is really good on the higher end of the game, in the end game, but a lot of them don't even know what that God Cell is, what those things are, and because of that they're like, okay, I should invest in all probably, but no, you should definitely skip him. This is the most useless amount of investments you can do for him if he doesn't get a God Cell, because if you don't get the God Cell for him, he is, again, he's mid as fuck. That's the definition of all. You can call him all the mid as fuck without God Cell, if you want to call him that. And again, God Cell is extremely hard to get, and extremely end game content is the God Cells. So because of that, I don't recommend building all at all. Only if you're like in end game, you're trying to go for that, and mostly for free to plays, it's, to be honest, it's not much of worth it to go for the God Cells either way, because it's gonna cost you your life as well. But this was the meta Antu. So we also have some options in terms of the budget Antu, or as you want to call it, like a free-to-play version, more of Antu. This is the Antu that more or so you can get pretty easily. Rabbit right now is being given to pretty much everyone for free. In the beginning of the game, it's pretty easy to craft her. In the early game as well, she's in training right now, so not hard to get her copies as well. The only, again, green Toka and Team Hina are gonna be still the options that you really need. You don't have other replacements for them, so you can't really exchange them. Rangy, also another easy character to get. Red Toka is going to be a little bit later, but she's an exchange character, so it's pretty easy to get a lot of her copies, as well as she works perfectly with the charm from the Red Toka, because, or from Green Toka, because she got a struggle, so that boosts your survivability basically versus some other teams. But again, this is a budget, because the Rabbit Toka is getting replaced a lot. Like right now, for example, this is my team that I'm running currently. I don't run Rabbit anymore. I run the Owl here over her because I don't have the gut cell, so I can't really run the green Owl anyway. And because of that, I'm running only this and still running the red Toka and putting the charm on her over. I'm switching up the assist to get the charm for this red Toka for now because I have him on Amar. But when I get her to Amar as well, I don't think I have any problems with putting the charm here over this Owl. So this is like, for free-to-play, it's still possible to build Antu, but it's gonna take you a long time because the banners are really, really far away from the beginning of the game, as well as the only options for you to get these two, if they are getting skipped, is the Legacy or the Event. So if Event will have the chest for the Event chest, will have the character fragments for Team Kina, you definitely want to pick that up. If you get the Legacy banner, then you want to pick her and those two together from that banner for sure as well. So this is the budget version of Antu basically. Now let's get into the free-to-play CCG. So again, this is more or so a free-to-play version of the CCG, how we want it to look like. This is the carnival unit. This is the first carnival unit that you will ever get. Because of that, I'm putting him still into free-to-play version because you can easily get him in the early game, and that's not hard to do. The next one is going to be Red Arima, obviously another unit that you get a lot of copies of. V2 Maro is going to be a little bit hard, but you can't exchange him for anything else in terms of CCG. The only other option you have is Renji, or like he works in every team. He's very diverse, so you can obviously switch up the Maro for the Renji for the time being until you get the Maro V2 as well. So I'm putting these two as a free-to-play friendly options because there are 200 guaranteed characters, so it's much easier to get their copies of. And Washu, the chief here, those two are more or so newer characters, so you probably will get them either later for the awakening side of the game. But they're also not bad characters. They're overall pretty good. Shinohara on higher investment is really, really good. Again, on the medic teams, he gets replaced, but on the other ones, he's still pretty good. Also, Washu is not a bad character for sure, and he definitely works perfect with the whole CCG build. I'm not including the half anniversary units because they're very specific for certain events. And because of that, it's not really free-to-play friendly, especially in the game right now. I'm going to show them in the meta team more. But Washu here and also Sen could work here as well. Like, this could be your free-to-play version of the CCG, at least as I would have the more so understanding of how the free-to-play CCG could work. Because this is very budget. As budget as it could get, this is the budget version. Full CCG though is gonna look like this. So again, two of those characters are still here, but I would say that this is more of a whale type situation because you have these two who are the already two carnival characters, extremely harder to get because both of them, again, as I said on the all 6k for one multi is pretty big amount for free to play, so you will need to have a lot of investments and saved a lot of startups for these two as well. Again, Red Arima is here. This is the half anniversary Arima that is currently getting played because he's not only a single target, but he's got a passive that allows him to do AoE damage, as well as he does extremely big amounts of damage, and because of that he's here as well. Maro again, V2 is also here, just purely because the best backup for the CCG. So in that sense, this is how the CCG looks like that. Again, sometimes you would see some differences, like maybe this guy getting replaced with Washu or this guy getting replaced with Washu, but this guy also got the 2 gut cells right now, so in that sense he become extremely more powerful even now, so you can't really replace him, and you need 2 gut cells for him for sure. This guy needs to be at least on D. Hopefully you get him to triple S if you want to have a full potential of CCG. Then triple S more so onto triple S as well. This guy doesn't need a triple S. He's already good enough if you just get him to D at least, and he's going to be good enough. And also another D on here, and you're pretty fine with the meta CCG there. So other than that, there is also have a budget Aogiri, as you can see here. I've took as much of possibility of making this one without adding like the carnival units that could get skipped. Again, Sen here, very important for if you're running Ayato, because I don't think you can, to be honest, in free-to-play option, you don't have really a lot of options. You don't have this guy because he could only available in Legacy, and even in the last Legacy, he got skipped. So he wasn't available in the last Legacy, so he might not see, you might not see him anymore at all. And because of that, that's kind of sad. Sen, again, best support in the game, really must have in that sense. If you don't have enough units, Sen is going to be your play. Also for like a beginner players, you can switch up this for like Uta, probably going to be fine. Itori, maybe, but she doesn't buff skill levels on other units other than that, other than the Ayato himself. So you can put Itori here as well if you want to. So that's not the worst options, I would say. So this is how it's going to look like. Again, Centipede, you're getting, this is the second carnival for you, so you're getting him very early. He's really good in with low investments, like 1 to 3 stars is good enough. He was already going to be outputting a max of what he can perform. Tachura is easy to get because he's an exchange character, 200 guaranteed as well. So if you're going to be summoning for him, you can easily get him to like 3 stars and then just use him, get him from the exchange, or maybe if he gets skipped, just get him from the exchange to D pretty easily. Ayato, extremely broken unit. Even by this day, I still think he's really, really good. A lot of content that he can clear for easy. So because of that, a lot of people do invest in him a lot. So because of that, he's still in the free-to-play option as well. As well as you get him one of the first banners that you ever get. So if you skip all of the first banners, you're easily getting him to at least D, and maybe even higher if you can to get to triple S. That would be just nice for you. The whale type of Aogiri is a little bit interesting because we have a lot of different setups that people do with the new whale Aogiris. Obviously, you have 2 carnival units here, the Jason and both Psy Ayato is here. Both of them are incredible units, but they're very, very whale heavily units, again, because of the amount of investments that you will need to have on them. Also, the Easter Ayato is there for buffing this Jason. Also, he's an event unit that you can only get in on the Easter. So because of that, I would assume that Awakening side is not getting him anytime soon, because Easter is going to be basically the next year. So you will need to wait at least another, maybe a year, if the game survives until that time, and then you might get him there. Tachura, again, this is the character that gets sometimes swapped. So sometimes I see people swapping him for the Red Ayato as well. I even seen people swap it for Sen, for Ito. All of those like different types of teams exist for sure in the game. Just in general, most of the time this is this Tachura, but there's also Tachura that is pay to win. He also gets a share of his play here. Sometimes even the new Jason appears to be in the whale teams again. On the very higher end, Jason could be a very good support. So that's how you can go and see what the meta Aogiri team looks right now. So this was basically the whole lineups for the teams right now are popular, the budget version, their alternatives as well. This is how the game looks like that. And as you can see here, I'm pretty close to 1 million. Again, this is because of the MRs for the most part. But for free to play, there's really, you can really build a solid one team. It doesn't even need to be like any OP team like in Antu or CCG. You can even build a solid Aogiri team as a free to play as well, or like a low spender that doesn't spend much. you can build it, but it will take a long time for you, as well as a lot of grinding, a lot of time invested into trying, just focusing on one team. So for free to play, my biggest recommendation is find the team that you really like. Try to after the kind of the mid game, this is when you get a chance to build Antu and CCG. This is where you will need to decide if you're going full Ogiri, full Antu, or full CCG. In early game, you don't need to decide which team you're going because you just don't have any options. So you just go for whatever characters are very strong. So like our Ayato, for example, you build full Ayato there. I mean red Ayato, obviously. He's extremely broken in the beginning of the game. So that's why I'm always telling people that you should go all in on him. Just purely because in the beginning of the game he's gonna help you a lot, and in the beginning of the game, again, don't need to think about what I'm gonna build. I want to build Antu, I want to build CCG. No, you just go for whatever OP characters you're getting, and after the mid game, once you have the access to some of the units, at least something like this for CCG. For the Antu is gonna be like the green tokens in Hina, those two essential for the Aogiri Antu. If you don't have these, you're never gonna build Antu. At least for now, you will not be able to build them. So this is how you're gonna be doing it. You're gonna wait, and in the mid game, when you have the options, you will start to decide for whatever you're gonna go with. Antu is the strongest team currently. CCG is second after them. And then it's Aogiri. For now, Aogiri is a little bit slacking off behind, but still on Wales obviously tend to still win versus low spenders and free to play. So even if you're losing to CCG and Antu, you're gonna lose even harder to Aogiri, because on Wales on Aogiri is gonna be demolishing you for the most part of the game. And Aogiri is also the most favorite of the community's team, basically, because an RTA is full of Aogiris that you will see around. Other than that, this was the video. Tell me in the comments what do you think about those teams. Who are you looking forward to going? Hopefully you like the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave comments as well. Again, don't forget you can become a member if you want to support the content, as well as you can join the Discord. I stream every day. I post notifications for the streams there always, as well as if you have any questions, you can ask them in the Discord, as well as if you just want to talk about the Tokyo Ghoul or any other games that I post on the channel, you can do so in the Discord as well. Other than that, hopefully you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.